There we go. All right, guys, sorry about that. This is George, and this is Strong Body. And that means we won't be using any real equipment. Our main weight or resistance comes from our own body. And you can do it with shoes or not shoes. I'm gonna do it without shoes today. I wanna get a better grounding with my feet and toes. So totally up to you what you wanna use. I would recommend having 2 chairs and 2 towels for some of the things that, so you don't, you're gonna be doing some things on your elbows and it just be nice cushion for your elbow. But let's warm up first. We're gonna start with just some easy squats. I want you to squat down and just take your arms out. Just squat, easy. So don't go crazy here. Just do what feels, go to the depth you wanna go. I'm gonna do it without music too so that won't need copyright issues. And this video can stay up past that permission date we have with some of our music companies. All right, so now take your arms all the way up. Start getting a bigger reach out of it. Some of these movements we're doing in the warm-up, we're gonna see a little bit later in some of the exercises. Think of this one being a snow angel, as if you're lying on your back, but you're not gonna be lying on your back. All right, so we're just gonna go up and down 2 more times. And 1 more time. Start increasing that breath. Ooh, I wanted to do a little bounce there. And then you're gonna do these big shoulder rolls. Open things up in the upper body more. Let the elbows be the guide here. And I'll add a turn in the torso. And maybe a bigger turn and a bigger arm. Open things up. Start to feel, oh, that's feeling a little creaky. Maybe I'll do extra on that side. It depends on how you're feeling that day. So I'm gonna do a lot of different exercises. Sometimes I'll do more than 1 set. Often it'll just be 1 set so you get some ideas of things you can do on your own. All right, so roll that out. Let's do a little bit more lower body. You're gonna open the knees and hips and shoulders. So we're gonna open here. Trying to get the hip open a little bit more. I think I'll do it at an angle, just for the hell of it. Something different than straight across. And 1 more on each side. All right, shake that out. Then I want you just to kind of swing the arms a little bit, tap and swing, open things up, kind of air it out. Then you're going to leave 1 arm out there, and you're going to pinwheel the other arm around. Just pinwheel. 2 more of those. And then we're going to switch arms, all right? You're going to pinwheel the other way, the other arm. Pinwheel around. And 1 more. And then shake it out. And then we're going to go into some some Y's, some T's, and then some W's. All right? So, Y, T, and W's. Again. I, Y, T. I forgot the Y, I think, the first time, and the W. And 1 more set. An I, a Y, a T, and a W. You'll see some of that a little bit later too. I want to go back to the legs. So you're going to go a little bit side to side, warm up the hips a bit more. Inner thigh, you can start to feel the foot grabbing the floor. And let's do 4 more of these. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. So if you're ready, let's get started. So if you need to go get those chairs and those towels, go ahead and grab them. So I'm going to focus first on, I'm going to alternate 2 upper body exercises with 1 lower body. And in doing so, there's going to be a lot of core work involved. I'm not going to be specifically doing crunches and stuff, but you're going to feel it. It'll feel very much like planks. So the first thing is going to be a a row, which we need something to actually use for a row, but your body's going to be it this time. So think of this motion, just like that, where your elbows are going backward. So our work is going to be on our own body. You're going to put your elbows on your wall, on the towels, and lean back away from it. And you're going to press your own weight away from the wall. It's like a reverse push-up. Except in a push-up, I'm using my front of my body, the chest and the front shoulder part, the anterior deltoid. Here I'm using the back muscles instead. So it's not a big motion, and we're going to get bigger, but I want you to get used to that. So my feet are flat, I'm leaning away from the wall, my feet are further away, and I'm pressing and releasing, pressing and releasing, just like that. So give that a try. I just want to put my timer on, because we're going to do everything for 1 minute. All right, good. Put that timer back on there. All right, so now that you practice, let's do it. For 1 minute, we're just going to do that wall press back. And this is the easy version. I'm going to show you a harder version in our second set. All right, that's the hard part, getting that elbow there. And if you don't need a cushion there, you don't have to have a cushion there. I just thought it might be a lot of pressure on your elbow. So press and release. And you can feel how your low back and your abdominals have to tighten up with this. So press and release. I'm trying to keep my chest open. I'm not going to thrust my chin forward. Keep going. Oh, my timer disappeared again. All right, we'll say that's 30 seconds. Keep going. And you can rest on the wall a bit if you want to, but you don't rest too long. Keep going. Press. I'm going to go back to my timer. Keep going. Let's say that's 15 more seconds. Yeah, that's good. That's right on the right mark. So again, press. I'm also using these towels because of the mirror. And one more rep should do it. And then shake it out. All right, so now you're going to try the same thing on the floor. So you're going to go down on the ground. And again, you want to cushion your elbows. If you've got a mat, a soft mat, that'll be perfect. Your elbows are on the floor, on the towel. Your chin is away from your chest, but you don't want to throw your head back. How much of your weight you lift depends on how far your legs are. The further away they are, the more you're going to have to lift. So for now, I just want you to press up and down like that. Think of your abdominals being quite silent. Then try to lift the legs up. If that's hard enough for you, that's great. If you want a little bit more challenge, come up on your feet. Oh, and lift your butt up with it. That might be too much. It depends on the shoulder health. How are your shoulders today? And we're going to do a lot of back exercises. So if you don't go straight to the top of the food chain on this exercise, don't worry, there's plenty more, and you know how to make it harder the next time if you want to, by lifting your butt up with it. All right, let's do 30 more seconds. And you should start to feel those muscles around the shoulder blade kicking in. And we'll do a nice neck stretch afterwards. 15 more seconds. Keep going. 5, 4, and done. All right, stretch forward. Let everything stretch that direction. All right, we're going to come up on our feet and do a lower body exercise. We're going to start with the squat knee lift. So you're going to go squat and knee, squat and knee. As soon as you land, you start to squat for 1 minute. Squat, knee, do whatever you wish with your arms. If you want to challenge yourself, your hands would go behind your head. Always trying to hold that balance. Great, keep going. That's 30 seconds. Excellent. You make sure you're breathing. If you feel like this is too tiring on the arms, you could cross them over your chest. It just keeps them out of the equation, so it's all lower body. 10 more seconds. Nice wide squat. Here comes the last one. There you go. All right. So we're going to go to the ground. You don't need the towel yet, but you will in a moment. So we're going to do what's called scapular push-ups next. First, if you do this, and you can check it out in the mirror too, all I'm doing is using my shoulder muscles around my shoulder blades to pull the shoulder blades backwards, and then I let it go forward. I'm going to do that same thing now on all fours. I let it go down, and I push back up. Down, and I go up. So I'm not using my arms. They're more like table legs. I'm never bending. It's not a regular push-up. So that's a scapular push-up. It's a nice way of introducing the next exercise because it starts to build up some, I guess to say, for like some sensory feelings, well, that's redundant, some perception about what your shoulder blades are doing. So they should be folding in on each other. We'll just do about another 10 seconds. I don't think we need to do a whole minute of this. And one more should do it. All right. So those Y's, T's, and W's we did in the warm-up, we're now going to do face down. So this is what it looks like. I raise my chest up, and I go into a Y. I go into a T, and then I go into a W. All right, so we're going to do those three over and over in that sequence for 1 minute starting now. So Y, T, and W. Y, T, and W. Now I'm starting to really stretch my arms, and here I want to pull my shoulder blades together, and here I want to pull them down on the Y. On the W. Y, they go up, T, they go out, and W, they go in. Then again, up, out, and in. Y, T, W. And again, Y, T, W. Let's do one more round, should do it. Y, T, and W. All right, come on up, sit back, stretch out that low back because it was working, and then come up on your feet. Make sure you're not dizzy. So now we're going to go squat, knee, lunge back, knee. So we're going to go squat, knee, lunge back, knee. And again, it's really wide squat. And we'll do a minute starting now. Wide, knee, squat, knee, wide, knee, squat, knee, wide, knee, squat. You got it. And lunge. So this part's going to start to feel like cardio because we're moving the legs and the rest of the body across space. So that's 30 seconds. Make it nice and wide. And 10 more seconds, not even. One more rep should do it. And done. All right. The next two back exercises are possibly the hardest. So this is why you want the chair. There's two versions. So if you think of a rowing machine or a pull-up, where you're doing pull-ups, we're using the chairs for that. So I want an towel on each seat. I'm going to have a seat between them. Shame to be using the chairs and not sitting on them. But there's what I'm going to rest my elbows on. I'm grabbing the front of this just to secure it. And then all I'm doing is pushing myself up and down and really activating those back muscles. So I want to get a better cushion on this elbow. Can we try for 30 seconds? It's hard. Are you ready? Go. So press up, only a little down. Press up and down. You should feel that. Press up and down. Use your legs as you need to. Press up. That's 10 seconds. Up and down. Press up and down. Oh, press up. That's 20 seconds. Press up. Oh my God, 30. Are you kidding? 5 more seconds. Press up and down. And one more. Press up. Relax. So here's another way to use the chairs. Similarly, another way of pulling yourself up is putting the chairs like this, sitting between them, planting your feet, and pulling yourself up. All right, can we try that for 30 seconds? You ready? Go. Pull and release. Pull and release. So just make sure you don't pull the chairs over like I almost did. Oh my goodness, this is not anyone's favorite exercise, is it? 15 more seconds. Can we keep going? 2 more reps. Oh, 1 more rep. All right. And that one is possibly one of the hardest. If you need to stretch your neck after that one, feel free. Then we're going to go back up on our feet for another leg exercise. And now we're going to go squat, knee, lunge, knee, one-legged squat. All right, for 1 minute, going now. Squat, knee, lunge, knee, one-legged squat. Squat, knee, lunge, knee, one-legged squat. That's the sequence. If part of this, your knee is going, I don't want to do that, do the part that feels like you can do it. That's 30 seconds. Oh, man. Lunge. All right. Look, we're getting there. Lunge. One-legged squat. And again. And one more should do it. Yes. All right, your final back exercise. So I think, or two final ones. We'll start with the harder one first, and then we'll do the second one. So this one you may need the towels because you need to have no drag. I'm going to move the camera up just a little bit so you see more of my body on this one. And move that out of the way. So it's like a plank. If you think of a pull down again, this is essentially what I'm going to be doing. I'm in a plank. I've got my toes on the towel, so I have no resistance there. So I'm going to get in a plank right over here. I'm going to let it go back, and then I'm going to pull myself forward. So it's a pull and drag. Oh. All right, we're going to do that for 1 minute. If you need to modify it, you go on your knees and do the same thing. Go back and pull yourself. And you're activating all these muscles in the back, probably the biggest muscle group. So this is the hardest of the next 2. And then we're done with the back. So you ready? Go. So go backwards and drag, pull yourself forward. Go back and pull, and you should feel that in your abdominals as well. A good exhale will help you. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And again, if you need to go to your knees, feel free. That's 30 seconds. And if it feels like your shoulder and your low back are just saying absolutely no, do one of the other exercises. 15 more seconds. Can you hear it? One more rep should do it. There you go. Sit back, stretch. So you've got a lot of core in that one as well as back. And the only reason to be doing core work is so the whole body is strong. So when you connect everything, you have a stronger body. All right, so now we're going to do a simpler exercise. Remember the snow angels we did in the warm-up? We're going to lie on our backs and do something similar. You're going to raise your upper body up, send the arms forward, and snow angel back, sort of a reverse snow angel. All right, so we're going to go down and back. Up, snow angel forward, snow angel back, and down for 1 minute. So up, snow angel. And I'm trying to keep my neck in line with the rest of my spine. I don't want to lift my head and create those wrinkles and tension in the back of the neck. So up, I'm keeping my legs down. I don't want to activate my legs too much on this one. Your glute will definitely get involved, and there's no problem with glute work, I'm sure. Exhale through the snow angel. Inhale on the down, and come up again. That's a little over 30 seconds. This is your last back exercise. Up and down. And again, up. One more rep should do it. All right. Sit back, stretch out your low back. All right, come on up on your feet. We don't need the chairs anymore, so if you want to get them out of your way, you can. You might want the towels just to wipe your face off and stuff like that. So now we're just going to do some lunges. It's a 4-point lunge. I'll start with my left leg going forward. I'll lunge north, south, side, and curtsy for 1 minute. You ready? Go. Forward, backward, sideways, and curtsy. I'm always trying to put a little balance moment in there. Test my balance. How good is it? I seem to be more balanced without shoes. Here we go. And we have 15 more seconds. All right, excellent. And we'll do the other leg after we do 2 upper body exercises. And these are going to be, you got it, push-ups. Nothing wrong with a good push-up. But you know how to do a good push-up because you've been taught that. So you could do it on your knees if you want to. Totally up to you. But remember, this is not a push-up. This is looking for coins under the sofa. Or where are my keys? That's not a push-up. You gotta angle your body, feet up in the air. All right, so hands are wide. We'll just do 1 minute. And you can take it whatever tempo you want. Though I'll say slower is a little better at being able to breathe. Ready? Go. And exhale on your way up. Tighten the entire body. you go. Keep going. Thirty more seconds. Fifteen more seconds. Again, long body, like you're being pulled like taffy. One more rep. And sit back. So here's the exception to our nose core specific work, though it's not that much of an exception. You're going to go onto your knees, but I want your knees really wide. And I'll show you another way of doing it too, but the knees are really wide. Hands are behind your head. And you're just going to go to one side as far as you can and back up. And if you look in the mirror, I'm not letting myself sit at all. I keep my lower body from here down stiff, so there's no movement there. I let it all happen at the waist and come back up for 1 minute starting now. And I'm only going to go to the same side. I want to really focus on that side. So just remember what side you're doing. Whew. Oh my goodness, I can feel that in my obliques. Oh, and I'm going to try to go deeper now. And again, I don't let my hips move to the outside. So as I go this way, I don't let my hips go that way. I just want my body to move, my upper body from the waist up. 15 more seconds. Two more reps ought to do it. One more rep. All right. So we have another set of push-ups. This one is much more challenging. It involves a planking in sort of a Superman. So I'll demonstrate it. You can decide if you want to do it. So you want to have legs wide apart, feet wide apart, hands apart. So you're going to go up, go back. Whoops, I got to bring my hands closer. So down, up, in, out. Down, up, like I'm going to touch the toe, Superman, and down. You ready to try it with me for 1 minute? Or go to a regular push-up, or do a push-up on a higher surface if you're feeling tired. So the hands are a little bit closer, but the feet are a little bit wider. Here we go. Push up, touch, Superman. Push up, touch, Superman. Push up, touch, Superman. Push up, touch, Superman. Push up, touch. That's 30 seconds. Push up, touch, Superman. Push up, touch, Superman. Ooh, push up, touch. 15 more seconds. Push up, touch, Superman. Push up, touch, Superman. And sit back. Woo. All right, let's go to the other side of that oblique exercise. So knees apart. I go one way as far as I can without the hips shifting to the side. So out and come back up. And again. Oh my goodness. I'm already feeling that. Maybe it's from class the other day. Maybe that's why I'm feeling it. All the way to one side. That's 15 seconds. Keep going. Oh, I went further that time. That felt good. Did my hip shift though? Let me look. Oh, I think they did shift because I couldn't go as far. 20 more seconds. Keep going. 2 more reps ought to do it. 1 more rep. All right. We're going to go up on our feet and do that 4-point lunge on the other leg. I hope you remember which one you did. I did my left, so I'm going to go with my right now. 1 minute. So forward, knee up, backward, sideways, and then curtsy. Whoa. And again, forward, backward, sideways, and curtsy. That was better. Oh, that was worse. Forward and backward, sideways, and curtsy. That's 30 seconds. Go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's always the hard one for me. All right. 1 more rep ought to do it. And perfect. All right. So we did some chest work. We did a lot of back work. We're getting a lot of core work. We're going to do some shoulder work. The shoulder work is going to put us down into a downward dog. So if your wrists are feeling uncomfortable, you could probably use a desk or something immovable. I don't think this chair will move. But if in a downward dog, I'm just going to push myself away. So that's not a lot of resistance just because my hands are elevated. But you do what you need to do for your shoulders. So again, it goes into a downward dog. Hands are spread. And what I'm going to do is get close to the floor and push myself back. And you can see my heels are rising. So it's just like I have some weights and I'm doing that overhead, except I'm the weight. You ready? 1 minute. And if you get dizzy with your head down, be smart. Come back up. Take some breaths. So you're essentially pressing your weight up. This is like doing a handstand, except your feet are still on the ground, obviously. You could lift one leg up if you want, but then that's a lot of weight to be pushing up and down. That's 30 seconds. Your arm should be feeling this already. A nice wide hand grip helps a lot here. Takes the pressure off my wrist. Keep going. 15 more seconds. Whew. 2 more reps ought to do it. All right. And slowly rise up, walking yourself up. Any dizziness, just stay there for a second. Take a deep breath in. I don't know about you, but doing this whole body weight workout, I'm sweating. Sweating like a pig, but pigs don't sweat. All right, so different leg exercise now. We're going to do a repeater. So you're going to go up and back, up and back. You don't want to crunch over, but the working leg is the one that's not moving. This knee is bent and it's really stabilizing me. 1 minute, go. Just a repeater. That's all it is. Soft movement, but boy, now I can make it a little bit harder by tapping out and tapping in, challenging my balance a little bit. And tapping back maybe. But if my knee isn't liking that torquing, I wouldn't do it. 20 more seconds to go. You should be starting to feel that in that glute, that right glute. 10 more seconds. One more rep of each. Oh, and done. All right, can we do some tricep stuff? So we've been doing a lot of pressing things and the triceps are already tired. So be careful what you want to do here. So if you want to do it on the wall, do a tricep push-up, you can, if you can do that for a minute, or if you think you can do it on the floor. I say it's pretty challenging to do a tricep press push-up on your toes. You can't get very deep in it. So I'm going to do mine on my knees, but you might be stronger than I am. All right, so you want to think of your elbows sliding towards your ribs and back up. Not sliding away from the ribs, but sliding towards the ribs. 1 minute, either wall or floor, go. Keeping the chin away from the chest, trying to open the collarbone space, make them nice and wide, like they're trying to get away from each other. Shoulder blades are pulled in the back. And that's 30 seconds. Again, it's a nice wide hand grip to take the pressure off my wrist. And whether it feels more comfortable for your fingers to turn out or turn in, totally up to you. 15 more seconds. Two more reps ought to do it and do us in. Ooh, one more rep. Oh, good. All right. Come up slowly. Let's go into the other leg repeater. And now you know you can go back and side if you wish. Just for a little more balance challenge. You ready? Here we go. There you go. Just keep a nice upright profile, but without rearing back. That's a little over 30 seconds. Ooh, I can feel it in that left glute. There we go. 10 more seconds. Two more should do it. And done. Ouch. All right, we're going to go into some bicep work. Here's where you could use a towel. You're going to use manual resistance. And actually, it's both bicep and tricep. You're going to pull up with one arm and push down with the other arm. So while this bicep is working, this tricep is trying to work against it. So we get a 2-for-1 here. All right, so tall. And you'll figure out how far you want your hands. I usually want this kind of distance, sort of like it's my own body width apart. So I'm going to go pulling up and down. So it's like a arm wrestling contest between my two arms. So my left arm is bicepping while my tricep is trying to fight it. And now my tricep is winning, beating the bicep. For 1 minute, we started 15 seconds ago. Good. I want the bicep to really win on this one, but the tricep is getting some more work right after those push-ups. And down. That's 30 seconds. And again, push down. Work the negative of that bicep. And it's working on your grip. 15 more seconds. Oh, and press. And up. Press, keep going. 2 more should do it. Up and press down. And 1 more, up and press down. Whew, shake it out. It's going to do the same thing the other way. You don't really have to go to the other end of the towel if you want the same grip. So I'm going to bicep curl with my right arm, press down with my left arm. All right, so I'm going to start with pressing down, make it work that negative of the bicep, and then up, and then down, and up, fighting it, and again, it's also a minute long. And we started 15 seconds ago. So when you don't have any equipment or you're traveling, all you really need is a towel. And you don't even really have to have a towel if you've got something you could hold on to that doesn't stretch. Because if I used a tube or elastic tubing, it would defeat the purpose of this exercise. You have 20 more seconds. Press down. Try to stay open in the collarbone. Again, shoulders are back. Good, keep going. 10 more seconds. Press. Again, up and press. And one more should do it, just in time. All right, so that's most of the upper and lower body that we're going to do, but we're going to do one more we're going to do two more things. We're going to do a plank. It's a hip rocking plank, and it's all about, again, working these obliques. So take a look. I'm going to go slightly at an angle so you see this better, I think. I'm going to put my elbows, actually I think I'll use both towels. Put my elbows right on those towels for cushion. The elbows are right under the shoulders. The feet, now I've learned that I need to actually walk my feet in a little bit on this one. And I keep my upper body as still as possible while I rock and tap one hip towards the floor and then the other hip. And you'll see that after about 2 rocks, you have to walk your feet back in some more. All right, you ready to do that for 1 minute? Go. So you rock without moving the upper body and the neck. The head is still. It's right over that hand. Right over your hands. And just letting the hip go to one side. And it's the obliques that drag it back up. There you go. That's 20 seconds. And again, you're going to need to keep moving your feet inward towards you. $20 more seconds now. Trying to keep the chin off the chest. The neck is long. You're not holding your breath. 10 more seconds. And one more side, and done. All right, we're gonna go on our backs for some bridges. There's nothing too fancy about this bridge. It's a bridge, but if you wanna add a bit more work to it, you're gonna reach back, but not drop your arms. It's like you're really reaching for something. And you wanna bring your feet only about hip width apart for 1 minute. Starting now. Reach if you want to, and then come back down. Think of your feet pushing off, starting the whole motion, the whole chain reaction of muscle movement. And reach. All right, keep going. That's 30 seconds. Keeping the feet firm, trying not to let the knees wobble outward or inward. Like think of pressing every toe down and all of your heel. 10 more seconds. All right, and that's your last rep. All right, let's do some nice stretching. Bring your right knee into your chest. Straighten out your left leg. Just pull it in as tight as you want. And now push the back of the left knee towards the ground. Then with your left hand on the outside of that right knee, you're going to pull it across to the other side Open out your right arm and look off to the right hand. Then you're going to turn onto your left side, but watch first. You're just going to grab your leg, grab your ankle and stretch out that quadricep, your right quadricep. And then you're going to just roll back over and pull the left knee in. Bring it in real tight. Push the back of the right knee against the ground. And with your right hand on the outside of that left knee, pull it across to the other side. Stretch out your left arm and look off to your left hand. All right, and then you're going to turn onto your right side. Grab that left ankle and stretch out the quadricep. All right, come up on your hands and knees. And then come up onto a high plank for a moment. Bring your left foot in, left knee in, and sit back into a pigeon pose. Stretch out this buttock. And then come on back up. And let's do the same thing to the other side. Again, send the sternum out there, deepen that stretch. All right, come up on your hands and knees for a moment. Big cow stretch, cat and cow. And then let's stretch out your hamstrings and calves with a downward facing dog. And if you want to deepen the stretch, just lift the heel and press the other one down harder. And then the other side. Then just walk your hands and feet a little closer and just hang out there with your knees bent. Your neck is loose. And then real slowly roll up, one vertebra at a time. Roll your shoulders around. And then grab one of your towels. Depending on the length of it, you're going to just grab the ends and get a nice stretch in the chest. But you decide how much of a stretch you want. Just pushing it away from you. And release it. Let's stretch up your upper back. And the other side. And then your IT band, you're going to take one leg behind you a little bit, push the hip of that side out. And then let's do the other side. And then stretch out the neck. And the other side. Stretch out the triceps. And the other side. And then let's stretch out the back of the neck. Gently push downwards. And release it. So nice shoulder rolls to take the tension out of your low back, out of your upper back and shoulders. And a deep breath in. Exhale. And again. Exhale. All right. Thank you for joining me today for a Stronger Body. I hope you got some great ideas for things you can do on your own. Remember, you don't have to do all of it all at once. You can pick some things and just repeat those if you want to get just a really good workout. So you don't need weights or anything. You just got your own body and gravity and have a great workout. So have a great weekend. Take care of yourself and those around you. Stay well. And I'll see you Monday for Muscle Fitness with equipment. All right, take care. Bye.